Hello, folks. So I'm going to try something a little different today. I don't know how it's going to work. Oops, this way. But as I said, I want to treat. Oh, wrong music. No, that's the right music. That's the right music. I want to treat these as kind of like an executive session for you guys, where I am. I'm talking specifically to the drip community as we get smarter. I think it's a good idea to make us as investors smarter. And from my background, I think I can do that. Let's get started. So how's it going, guys? My name is Potter, and I'm one of the hosts of the Build Show, where we talk about DeFi, we talk about a lot of good stuff, but specifically we focus on the drip community. One of the things that we face as drippers is finding devs that come into this community because there's over 100,000 wallets, and they say, give me some of that money. And so I feel like as a small channel, I can just focus on that stuff that's for us, not just the price or sentiment. I think that this will make us better. But with that being said, there's no financial advice here. We're only sharing what we know. Let's go. Hey, Gary, welcome to the show. Looks like it's me and you, kid. But we don't give financial advice. You can seek out a financial advisor to do that. They get certified and it's legal. The empire allows you to speak if you get a license to speak. Otherwise, you are trying to hurt your fellow man. We stream every Thursday and Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern. Party people, that's what's up, Gary. Cole is usually here, but it's summer. He's got other stuff to do, but welcome. So what I want to try to do, and I don't think I'm going to do this well, but I want to present it in a way. So my background is, I worked in corporate America since 1998. And I retired on drip last year. So you get used to corporate. It's not easy. You have to learn it. It's not something you can do straight out of the box. It's complicated. But one of the things that you can always guarantee is that there is a PowerPoint somewhere. What's up, Moses? Hey, Moses, you see that? Yeah? Can you see that? Can you see that? I can't tell. Oh. How about that? Does it show? Dadgummit. I can't tell because on my screen it's small, so. Oh, but you probably can see this one. Nope, there is no Batman back there. Oh, yes, there is. It's in the middle. Sorry. All right. See, this is what happens in corporate. You spin your chair around and you talk about Batman. So what I wanted to do was kind of walk us through it in a corporate-y way. So let me add this. Let me get rid of your comment. And I will add this and remove me. So I kind of wanted to go over these three things today. Hey, Lavelle, what's up? We want to talk about the different comparisons that you have with, your different devs. Like, I don't know if you guys, I want to turn you on to something. His name's Primogen. And he streams on Twitch, and he streams, he has short videos where he kind of reads corporate emails-ish from devs. And I think if you watch him, he's entertaining, and it's a good way to start getting yourself acclimated with the world that you're in. Because as a dripper, you're in a software world. It's not the same as a restaurant. It's not the same as anything. It's way different, and you have to kind of rewire your head to level expectations. One of the things as a corporate dev that I ran into was they don't care about the quality. They care about hitting a deadline. And no matter how much you warn them, hey, if you force me to put this out now, it's going to work. But I don't know if it's going to work well. Then you had, I never saw a launch where somebody said, hey, you know what? Let's hold off so that we can make more profit on this. Let's wait for it. Let's not release it too early. Marketing was always like, get it out now, right? So that's the world you're in now as a dripper person, or somebody who came by and saw this video and said, developers, that's the world you live in. And as devs, that's the world we exist in. Now, the reason it's Developer Strike Back is because now the developers can have more of a say of when things go out, because people are starting to understand that security is super important, right? And so they don't want you to just roll out anything. So let's go to the next slide. See what I did there? And then I'll come back. Oops, wrong screen. See, I told you I wasn't going to do it right. So now here, I should have gone back here. I thought I was talking to the camera the whole time. Okay, got comments. Everybody saying hi to everybody. What's up, Jonathan? Oh, okay. So you guys are a crew, huh? So, I was thinking I was talking over this slide, but I guess not. So now just pretend all of the stuff I said is in this slide, and I'll continue to the next one. So when you have your devs, right, you've got your junior dev, you got your senior, and now we have something I consider new, right? So a junior dev right now is somebody who's like G Money. He's a self-admitted junior developer in blockchain. He's good. He's thorough. He had to be some level, because Forex said he was kicking out people. So he had to pass some sniff test of his experience. The difference when you see, and at least in corporate, and I think it exists in blockchain dev too, is when you have a senior dev, they've just made more mistakes, right? And so that's where you look at a Forex, and I call him an architect. Even he admits, hey, I'm not the coder I used to be, but if you make me, I'll make you hurt. So we've just made more mistakes, right? We've been in more meetings. That's kind of the big story there. So for me, when I'm looking at a dev, whether that's to build something for me, which I don't, but if it was going to be to look something for me, I would want to find out, are you a junior dev? Are you exciting and new? Or do you do this for a living and you've made a lot of mistakes? Because I need you to make a lot of mistakes. In the book called The Innovator Solution, the author talks about how people hire for the right stuff. Oh, it's got to have the right stuff, versus hiring on failure, right? Because when you have failure, you're going to learn from that if you keep going, right? So for a while, I was hoping bank teller would be that person, but they're not. So, I don't think he is. Like, he didn't show that he was willing to pull all the way through or to keep fighting back, right? So anyway, now we take a look at a blockchain developer, right? they haven't had a lot of time out there to even develop their craft. So it's harder to find them. And we found a really good one in the Wales Candy guy. But he also knew that he wanted to make some money. So he made in 2 platforms where people were, and he made his money. I mean, it still works if you want to pay that $2 every week or 5 days. So you have to now, in blockchain dev, the reason it's different is because a junior developer may be just as likely as a senior developer to either rug you or be great. You just don't know. So let's see about next slide. All right, so one of the things that, I try to talk about, people said, hey, let's talk about AI. I want to make it as creepy as possible. Congratulations to me. Let's see. Okay, still a lot of hellos. All right. So when it comes to AI and its integration into, and we're going to go a little bit deeper into AI as well. So it's not just a buzzword. What I'm working on now is LLM, or large language model training. And I'm going to walk you a little bit through that as well. So the difference between being somebody who's training and somebody who's using, it's like if you are a Drip participant versus are you a token owner in crypto, right? So I'm literally learning to train the models to do different things. And it's fascinating because it's data science. So most people are going to come in from the angle of, I'm not developing for AI, I am a consumer of AI. I hope that makes sense. Moses said, hey Potter, where would you learn how to be a dev? YouTube? Absolutely. Yes, and yes. And what you'll find is there are a lot of people out there who go step by step on how to do it. The hard part about it, though, is when you don't understand anything, you don't know. I just recommend that you start at like the stupid level, because even though I was a developer and it was my profession, I went back in time to go, oh, what does a for loop do again? So because, and even when you do that, you'll get into these languages and different things and you won't know what goes where. When I started developing on Solidity, what a stupid idea. I didn't understand freaking what RPC was. I didn't understand what a struct statement was. I didn't understand IDE. I didn't understand, putting on a blockchain or GUI. Ridiculous. And then at the same time, I'm trying to learn React code. Hold on one sec, guys. I think I want to embarrass my mom. Hey, Mom, I'm shooting the show. Okay, I love you. Bye. So she's on the show now. Okay. So, crap. I don't remember where I was. If you guys tell me where, YouTube learning. And so even if you start at the bottom of everything and you learn it up, there's just so many different components. So just don't quit. I ran into something with the large learning model this week where everything was working. The whole thing was great. And then I got to a point where something that was supposed to be working was not working. But it was my eyesight. It was working so well. The linear model just showed my training was on top of it, so I didn't see it. And so I stopped and I paused, ate Cheetos, took a couple days, watched some Netflix. I would ask AI different questions. If you're not doing AI every day, you're behind. Like, you have to, in my opinion, you have to be interacting with AI every day. There's just something that it can make you better. You got to wake up to the reality that your grandchildren will be smarter, or as smart, not smarter. They will be as smart as you at 3 to 5 years old in 10 years than you going to get a college education. So it kind of makes sense when you see AI come out while there's 14-year-old kids in college. Humans were not that deep, right? We are taking thousands of years of written data and just repeating it, and then we understand it, and then we regurgitate it back out to those who come behind us. There's really no innovation. Well, AI is going to think outside of that box. While it thinks outside of that box, we can't have it hallucinate. So what's a hallucination? What's a hallucination? Hold on. I should really get water. A hallucination, remember when I talked to you guys last time about the flash? And I said, okay, when you're doing autocorrect and you're typing something and it says, you say, I want to go to the car. No, I want to go to the store and buy lemongrass. What? No, I don't want to buy lemongrass. Now, that's one flash trying to think ahead. Now imagine all of those flashes coming up with ideas that, okay, not only is she going to want to buy lemongrass, she's going to want to know about the book that she was reading. And since she's talking about the book that she was reading, I'll come up with a story. Now, none of that is true, but the model hasn't learned it. So it'll start telling you facts, but then another flash will come in and convince the AI engine, hey, no, you're in the wrong reality. You have to come with me. She wants you to write about a story. And then it'll start coming up with fiction, and then it'll correct itself, and another flash will show up and it'll go, hey, wrong idea. You got to stop that. Go back to facts. I hope I explained that well. So when you hear people talk about hallucinations, it's just the computer always trying to guess the different things that, not in autocorrect way, but in a way when you say, hey, how many dinosaurs were there? Right? There's a bunch of flashes going out to find out the information. They're reporting it back to a hub. And there's dimensions of these. And each of these hubs has another flash, and they go another way. And it gets checked at an input level. And then it gets sent to back propagation, where again, there's a bunch of super flashes, and they're going, I don't like that. Do it again. And they're doing this in less than a millisecond, right? And they're getting all of that data, and then they're feeding it back to you, to your screen. So you can't have things taking over and creating their own language while they're doing that. So AGI is that ability. So going back to humans, we're not that deep. When AI decides, God, your languages are shit, we're just going to write our own language, and we'll let you guys know about it because you programmed us not to care. That's AGI. AGI just thinks on its own. It's like freaking humans. Like, we know we're not super brilliant because there are things that are in the skies, and I'm not going to go tinfoil hat, going scientific method, that are operating frictionless, and the only thing that can operate frictionless is in the quantum realm. So we don't even understand that, right? So we can't cure cancer. AI is going to cure cancer, right? It just is. The healthcare, all of that stuff, it's going to happen. But you can't have it hallucinate. You can't have it during a surgery go, I think you want to hear about a surgery story, or do that during a cure. So that's where we're going. And so I hope that was good. I hope that made sense. So this is kind of what we're going through. We're kind of experiencing this in drip right now, the Luigi problem. It's on my mind Waluigi problem. It's on my mind because uh, Elon Musk mentioned it, and I said, okay, AI, what does he mean? So the Waluigi problem, because I don't play Mario, so I didn't even know it. But it's having AI see from our eyes, right? An inverse reality. So we can see one way, but can it see one way? So in the drip world, that's the equivalent of somebody going, I only see awesomeness for drip. And somebody saying, I only see doom for drip. All right? You can't see from each other's perspective. All right? So AGI's got to figure out how to understand how humans will feel if it kills us. All right, which I'm not worried about, by the way. It's gonna cure us. It's not gonna kill us. And then I was gonna, this Venn diagram, I was gonna make a little bit bigger to put simulation bigger, because everybody wonders if we're in a simulation. So that's the Waluigi problem. All right, so here's what's going on in the world of AI. You've got code interpreter in beta. That's if you have ChatGPT Plus, and in that you can attach a document, and it can read the document and give you help. So as a coder, let's say I have Python or React, I can not just copy and paste the code. I can put the whole document in there. What I've seen is that really helps AI figure it out. But people are putting stuff in there that I didn't expect, and it's revealing things that I can't explain it. It's not a spreadsheet way, but it's doing things more than just code. And I thought since it was just code, it would just be a code interpreter. It's not. Now, one of the things that you guys, we know about because we talk about tokens, right? So when it comes to tokens in ChatGPT-4, you get about 4,000 to 8,000. That's a lot of words. It's not worth it to explain it. But if you use 16K, you can copy the entire contract of a drip into the engine, and it can look at all of it, the entire drip contract, right? That's crazy. So ChatGPT-4 can't do that. Even the Plus can't. Well, they may have increased it silently on ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, but it's only supposed to be 8,000. The reason I bring up the numbers is because Claude is 100,000 tokens. That's like a book that you can copy and paste in there, right? So I think it has the ability to, I use it, but because it gives you up-to-date stuff. It says no a lot. Like I've said, can you give me the score of a game? I cannot give you the score of the game, but here's the score of the game. So, and they haven't started charging for it yet. And so you can look at that. And then the last one is XAI by Elon. He's putting that out, and that's supposed to be more humanity-driven because he thinks that AI is going to kill us, has the potential. To me, that's like watching a lot of movies, growing up thinking that way. So I got my own cue. So when you try to stop, when you stop trying to force the solution, it'll happen on its own. And that kind of brings it around or back to the whole drip thing that we're living through right now. It's hard to wait, but as a software person now, you have to, turn in that corner and not looking under every nook and cranny. You don't do that when you launch the shuttle. SpaceX doesn't, cut corners and they have people take days off for weeks to come out to see a launch, and they scrub it, right? And that is highly expensive. So, you know, you're learning a lot. You're coming into your own understanding the stuff, and give yourself some time. It's okay to get frustrated, but just remember that we're here for the goal of drip. And I got some good ideas. If you're still here, I'll tell you one of them. What if there was like drip auto repair? Like somebody went to go get their car fixed, and the person accepts drip, and you know that they don't accept drip, to them. They accept drip into their wallet. Huh? See, that's why you stay late. All right, guys. I hope this was good. I think you guys will let me know by your silence and comments if it's not. So remember, stay safe, and thanks for watching, and game on.